Hey everybody, welcome back again. As always, a short video covering something that there's really not a lot of content on YouTube about, at least not in a short, down and dirty manner like I'm about to give you, and that is OME 885s on Bilstein 5100s. So what you're looking at right now is 5100 Bilsteins all around. The front is set on the 0 or factory notch with OME 885s or 2 885s as they're often listed. On the rear, we've got the Icon 3-piece AAL leaf that replaces your factory overload spring. Going back to prior to the 885 install, I was on factory coils, which were preloaded on the 4th notch. Rides great, achieves the height on the front end, does a good job for what it is. I wanted to swap out though to something that was truly more of a performance modification that allowed full articulation, didn't have preload, all of that good stuff. So I went to the 885s. Since then, I've got less than 36 hours on them, but I've drove around a decent bit. They feel great, less body roll. Now you already have less body roll with the change of the shocks. The AAL leaf in the back helped with the rear body roll. Even preloading that front spring for some height lessens it out, but you'll still have some squat on heavy acceleration, some dive on heavy braking, and switching over to the 885s, the truck feels more stable on turns. It does not want to unload those coils when you accelerate hard. It doesn't want to compress those coils when you brake hard. Not that I drive this thing around town like a race truck, but it does feel good. And I wanted to achieve all of the major suspension components being done in a proper manner. Maybe not top of the line by any standard, but high quality nonetheless. No blocks, no spacers. No real shortcuts. Looking at it from this side, I do not have the goofy little 1/4-inch spacer to augment the lean. I've got about 3/4 of fuel tank, got the magnesium steering steering assembly just like everyone does, steering column, got a battery on the driver's side. So the driver's side is pushed down a little more. When I did the walk around, you may be able to perceive that the passenger side looks a little bit higher. That's natural. I'm sure that's the way your truck is, whether or not you've done anything to your suspension. Also, you'll see there's still some rake in there. I forget the specific measurements, but I did not want to go for a level lift. I did want to keep some rake in there. Now, down to those that are trying to spec this out for something they want to do, is the 2-wheel drive truck. I have a low profile steel front bumper, and I have a lightweight or relatively lightweight skid plate. I have a fairlead on there, but I'm not housing a winch. So I have a little bit extra weight up front, but not much. So you've got a tough time looking at the 885, 886, 887, 888 springs and what they do, how much lift they achieve, all that good stuff. I will try to add a link in the description to the shop that cites what you can expect to be actual lift heights, and they've adjusted this chart they've made due to coils settling over time or what have you. But all in all, I'm sitting on about 3/4 of an inch or 1 inch of rake, which is exactly how I would like it. The overall change in height on the front has been nominal. I didn't do measurements or anything. Nominal as far as going from the Bilsteins on that 4th circ clip with the factory coils to the Bilsteins set at 0 on the OME 885s. But again, I'm not trying to put this thing all the way up in the air. I just want to have a tasteful, nice little lift and gain, performance from these coils. So hopefully this helps you out if you're trying to spec out certain old man emu coils. One thing to keep in mind, if you are swapping anything, either height on your Bilstein 5100s or coils, go ahead and order new circ clips because you should not reuse those. I cannot tell you why. I've just heard that. I trust it, and for the relatively low cost, why take the risk? But that's it. 5100s all around, OME 885 coils up front, Icon progressive AAL leaf in the back. Thank you all for watching.